Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be getting started pretty soon. Lots to talk about today. Chris Hansen, Onision. Got some Trisha Paytas stuff as well. It's going to be definitely something today, let's put it that way. Yeah guys, nice to see you guys already in the chat. What's going on, Michelle, Phoenix, Amanda, Andrew, Webby, what's going on? Make sure you share the stream to your Twitters, to your other social medias as well. Definitely helps in getting the ball rolling, let's put it that way. Hey Abby. I think you're my only moderator right now. Oh, okay, we do have two moderators. Fantastic. That helps. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. All right. Okay guys, we're going to get started relatively soon. Not many people in here right now, but I assume a lot of them will join as we progress today. As this is a pretty big topic, there's definitely a lot going on. So, I mean, honestly guys, I'm really excited to really get into it today, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, Amanda. Exactly. So yeah, first thing I really want to talk about today is the situation surrounding Chris Hansen and Onision. Honestly, guys, when I heard that this was a thing, I was beyond shocked. I spent a lot of my childhood actually watching To Catch a Predator on TV. So from my perspective, it was almost surreal seeing Chris actually acknowledging Onision, a YouTuber, when he's been usually so focused on taking care of criminals in the real world. Not that Onision's not in the real world. It's weird. I feel like Onision and a lot of us we're in this online world, and it's this YouTube world, this, you know what I mean, this virtual world in that regard. And I think that things can really get lost in translation. So it's really surreal to me that he's legitimately like doing this, that he's interested in this, and I shit you not, guys. I bet Kai is crying his eyes out over this, because I'm just fucking saying, guys. Holy shit, man! I bet Onision's not feeling too good either. Like, there is a lot of attention on them right now. There is a lot of attention on them. And the thing is, I don't want to sit here and say like I'm excited, because the idea of being excited for somebody else's pain sounds a little bit kind of like fucked up. But this guy is like a douche. Like, Onision's like a douchebag, and he's a alleged predator. You know, I don't know. I feel like if anybody deserved some bad karma, if somebody deserved some sort of like what goes around comes around kind of situation, it would be him. It would be him. Like, he's definitely on like the top. He's definitely up there on my listings in that regard. And yeah, exactly, Marie. I agree. There is more awareness to it, and I think that's so important. James, what's going on? How you doing? Copper, welcome to the stream. Relaxing voice, geez. Yeah, that's what I do, Michelle. That's kind of the whole vibe of this, this broadcast. I don't know why I didn't get into radio when I was younger, but, tomato, tomato. That shirt makes your eyes pop, Loki. Yeah, that's pretty much me in any shirt, but, blue eyes. Blue eyes, guys. It's good shit. Good shit. I used to have blonde hair as well. I don't know what the fuck happened, but now I'm a brunette, so guess I got to just deal with it, I suppose. But anyway, so the first thing I want to do today is I actually want to watch this video that was posted. So let's jump onto screen sharing. Let's have a look. I want to watch this. Actually, we can probably pop it on the YouTube videos. Yeah. Let's see if this actually looks good. You know, it could look better. It could look better. We get the idea. There's a couple more people on screen for this, but unfortunately they've been cut out. There is Vincent Nicotra, which I believe is one of Chris's assistants or somebody that works with him on what he does, and Blair White was on with him as well, who's a popular YouTuber. So anyway, let's watch.
Now, I should say that we reached out to Onision Gregory Jackson for his comment, his input, maybe even his appearance on this show or one of my other shows. And he immediately requested $350,000.
$350,000. Like, that is, honestly, this is reminding me of the whole Keemstar situation. Like, the whole, like, throwing out ridiculous numbers that aren't real. Like, that don't make sense. He wants $350,000 to go onto Chris Hansen's show to defend himself. Like, that is really like that's the way I'm looking at it, right, guys? That's the way I'm looking at it. He's going on the show to defend himself. He's not going on to get arrested, I assume, right? It's not like To Catch a Predator, Dateline, ABC, whatever it was called, where legitimately like the pedos would get caught by the police right after leaving the building. I don't think that's exactly what it's about. I think it's more an opportunity, maybe even a forum for Onision to speak about the allegations that have surfaced about him and defend himself accordingly. And Onision wants $350K to do it. Didn't Chris Hansen just get in trouble for child pornography or something to that extent? I wasn't aware of that. Don't think he was. But then again, being somebody who's actively trying to stop pedophiles, it wouldn't surprise me if he had something like that on his phone, like as like proof. But I don't know. Maybe not. I don't really know. That's the assumption. Like, if you're working in that kind of area, you know, that sometimes people are going to send you pictures that are uncomfortable, but it's like to prove that something bad's going on, if you know what I mean. Maybe that's the case, or maybe you're right, Afi. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Hansen with the television on the background makes me, yeah, I know. He's like in his apartment, chilling out. Anyway, let's continue.
You know, we don't pay people. We're journalists here, at least on my channel. And then Vincent Nicotra, who is with us tonight, as everybody knows, reached back to him and said, "Look, we don't do."
He said, I believe, you know, we're journalists, at least on my channel. Is that like a shady comment to Blair White, or... I don't know, man. I don't know. That sounds a bit awkward to me, but, you know, whatever. Tomato, I suppose. Anyway, let's continue.
Do that, but if you're, you know, serious about getting your point across or defending yourself against these allegations, we'd love to have you. And then he said back in an email that we better be careful, because if we get into any allegations or talk to you about the allegations, he will sue our shoe. Apparently, a shoe. Now, I should say that we reached out to Onision.
Right, that's it. That's the end of it. So basically, Onision reached out via email to Chris and his team and made him aware that if they continue to talk about him and to press allegations on him, that he would sue Chris and his organization. Which I think, I mean, I can understand why Onision would want to do that, but the thing about Onision is he does this a lot. He He threatens a lot of people, and he never follows up on it. He threatened Repzion. He's threatened. I think he's threatened Blair. He's threatened a lot of people. With taking them to court, that he's going to sue them. He never does it. He never does it. I mean, honestly, I feel like Onision is on the back burner after the whole wetlands incident situation and the IRS. I don't think he's really got enough money to be, you know what I mean, like taking people to court. It doesn't really make any sense to me at all. He wanted the money because he knew he'd screw himself on there and needed that for legal fees afterwards. Yeah, maybe why. That's maybe why, Copper. You know, maybe he needs that money to pay off debts that he has as well. And he thinks that, you know, two birds with one stone. He can go on the show, defend himself, and make a shit ton of money. You know, I think it's a bit ridiculous that Onision wants money, but I don't know. I think when it comes to situations like this, you try and get as much as you can, really, can't you? You know, you try and you try and get as much as you can from these kind of TV shows and journalists and groups and whatnot, right? Hansen does need more experience with YouTube. He's definitely more seasoned with television broadcasting. Yeah, that's what I'm really getting from him. He doesn't really seem to be like focusing, looking at the camera. He doesn't really have like a good setup or anything like that. But I don't know, like it's a start, isn't it? It's not. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think, you know, he's so used to what he used to do. Now that he's moving more to YouTube and he's got his own website and he's more of like an online personality, it's a huge shift for him. And I mean, he's getting older as well. And usually older folks, they take a little bit more time to kind of adapt to what us young people are doing. That's what I've noticed about a lot of my family in particular. And I think Chris is like in his like late 50s, at least maybe even 60s. Hansen needs money, couldn't pay it even if he wanted to. Exactly, yeah, I think that makes sense, Scarlett. I stand corrected. Hansen was arrested for bounce checks. I knew he was arrested for something in January 2019. Yikes! And you assume that it was something to do with child. That I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a bit messy. Effie, but that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, that follows up on what Scarlett's saying too. You know, that maybe he doesn't really have the money to do anything like that. You'd assume that Chris would have money, considering like all the work that he's done and the series of broadcasting that he's been a part of. But maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Hansen hasn't paid rent since August 2018. Then arrested for really. And now he's sitting on here trying to expose Chris. Ah, dude. I always think it's interesting when like criminals expose criminals. I always find that really. It's like some sort of like vigilante justice, right? That's really interesting. I wish I'd like done more research on that. I had no idea that was the case. We definitely need to dig a little bit deeper on that. Maybe I'll we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, 350k is far too much. You're right, Marie. And it's obvious that Onision just threw out like a really big number to try and scare them off, scare them away, push them away, and also subsequently threaten them as well to really keep them away. So no worries, Shizzo. Good day, everyone. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. But yeah, honestly, that is truly something. I will say I actually am really happy to see that Blair White's channel has seemed to have been moving into this direction. I really hope that she becomes like a full-on like pedo hunter. I feel like there's only so many videos and live streams that you can really do about creeps on the internet, and none of them are really as high profile as Onision currently, at least as far as we're aware, right? But I'm glad to see more people really taking this seriously and really investing themselves into trying to clean up our internet and get rid of all these fucking creepy guys. Anyway, let's see what else we've got here. So this is something that I saw as well, which I thought was very, very interesting. So I don't know if any of you guys actually watched the live stream, what actually happened on Chris's show, but this is what one of his moderators posted, and hopefully this will excite some of you guys about what's going on. Oh shit, it's not even coming up properly. Why is it not coming up properly? This is very unorthodox. I don't like this. Alright, let's... there we go. Perfect. My apologies, guys. I don't know why that was happening. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. Boom. So basically, it says we may be having Repzion on to speak on his experience and knowledge on Onision next week. Which, I don't know, obviously, who this Nicole chick is. I don't know if she's like a member of like Hansen's official team, or if she's just like a low-key moderator that, you know, is like a civilian who's kind of involved in this. But that's actually really, really exciting. It means that obviously Chris and their team are interested in continuing this and kind of pressing deeper into this story. And if they're putting Repzion on the show, it makes me start thinking, who else are they going to bring on the show about Onision? Are they going to bring on some of Onision's victims, perhaps some of the young ladies who were involved with him and Kai? Because honestly, guys, could you imagine that? Could you fucking imagine that? That would be... Like, honestly, ever since I heard that this happened, it's almost surreal to me. I've been in like almost like a state of shock from this, and it's I almost feel like it's, and I guess it goes with my my thumbnail. It's like the end game. This is the end game right now for Onision. I think we're really coming towards the end of this chapter. And maybe I'm being optimistic because, I mean, Onision's a really smart guy. Whether you like him or you hate him, he's very smart and he's very manipulative. And a lot of people feel like he's never really nobody's going to really be able to get rid of him because he'll always manage to worm himself back into YouTube, and he'll gain a new audience of young people who don't know about him, and he'll be able to continue to do what he's doing for a very, very long time. But I don't know, I feel like for me and maybe some other people, we're quite optimistic about the prospect that something's going to be done about this. I don't really know how much Chris could really do, but then again, Chris has ties with law enforcement. Chris has got people, you know, taken to, you know, jail before. So it's like, if anybody could do it, if anybody could take down Onision, I think it's Chris Hansen. Genuinely. I think Onision will let Kai go to jail on his own, take all the blame. Could you imagine, though? Could you imagine if that happened, though? Like, what would happen to Onision's community if Kai, like, that would be crazy. I honestly think the next couple of months are going to be insane for Onision if things continue the way that they are. And the thing is, I've already noticed that Onision, in a lot of his videos and the things that he's posting recently, he's looking a lot less well. It looks like the stress, the anxiety, everything that's been happening recently seems to be really piling up on him. And it's sad for me to say this, but a part of me feels pity for him because nobody wants to like live an existence where there are legitimately thousands, maybe even like tens of thousands of people out there who actively like attack you. And as much as it's necessary, it's still not like a nice thing, right? It's not a nice thing. I just wish that he could get locked up already and just like, because all of this harassment, do we want him to like, can I just ask a question? Do we want Onision to kill himself? Because that's like the way it seems to be going, you know? I know it's like a really like a really real thing, and people have done that, and that's like the easy way out, right? Yeah, exactly. But like, that seems to be the way that things are kind of going. He could just go off to obscurity and get an IRL job and be happy. You know, he could. But at the only reason why I'm not pitying him because I like him or because I agree with him or because I support hemophilia. It's because I have been in situations where I've had people attack me, and to think of how that felt, and if I times that by 100 or 1,000, that's probably what Onision is feeling right now. You know? I just wish that he would get shut down already, right? Like, that's, like, this, it feels like this is really being very slowly passed out to all of us. Like, this is a very slow ending. And I just wish that things would be quicker, that things would just happen already. And maybe Chris joining the picture, he's actually going to get things done. He's hanging on by a thread, exactly. And the amount of like Onision hate Twitters and channels there are, it is crazy to think like how many people Onision has actually pissed off over the course of months, years. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think that this person could have such a negative impact on so many people and affect so many young women and older women as well in such a negative way. I really hope it is the end game. I really do. That's what I'm really gonna say. I really hope it's the end game. He ruined lives when he had more support. That's true. That's true. So, do you guys feel like it's like what goes around comes around? Like you've been a bad person and now you're getting your comeuppance. Like you are getting what you deserve. Is that the way that we kind of look at this? Is that the way that you guys feel about it personally? Karma, right? Do we believe in karma here, folks? Yeah. Interesting. No, I honestly, the reason I'm asking is because I like to learn the psychology of my audience, and I want to know more of like what you guys think as individuals, and it's definitely interesting. I would say this: if Onision did end up doing something like that, I would think it was a real shame. I'd be quite saddened by that. The loss of human life is a really sad thing. I genuinely think Onision and Kai need to get locked up, need to be re-educated, they need therapy, and then once they're finished with their sentences, they can come and hopefully join the real world again, perhaps. That's what I think. That's what I personally think. That's what I think sounds fucking acceptable in my opinion. It comes at very unexpected times, sometimes direct, right, yeah. And guys, I'm not, like, even though I'm not as aware of like everything that Onision's done, I know that he is a cunt, and I know that he's been horrible to people, and I know the things that he's done to some of these young women. It's not good. It's not good. And definitely, if there was a YouTuber out there who has gained a lot of bad karma over the years, he would definitely be on that list, very very far at the top, wouldn't he? Very much so. Anyway, there we go. You might be onto something with Chris Hansen talking to the victims. Shiloh tweeted out to Chris Hansen that she was ready. You hear that, guys? You hear that? You hear that? That is fucking that is exciting. That is exciting. I mean, people have pointed out him talking with young teenage girls for years. He thinks he's been above it, and now he realizes that that's not the case. And Marie, I'd actually like to kind of take this opportunity to actually say that I think a lot of YouTubers, especially the much bigger ones, they don't really see themselves as normal human beings. They see themselves as almost gods. They think that they have this kind of immense, overwhelming amount of power, and they kind of compare themselves. Like I always make this reference that they're a bit like Xerxes, the God King from 300 Sparta, the movie. They believe themselves to be almost immortal, that they can do anything, that they can say anything, that they can take whoever they want down. And then they only realise as their career starts to fall that was never really the case. That was never really the case. They never really had that much power. They never really had that much influence. It was all built upon a very weak foundation, and as everything starts to unravel, even if they weren't getting attacked, the realization of their own failure is one of the most difficult things for a streamer to deal with, I believe. All hail King Loki. Nah, man. Nah, bruh. I want to see see all of these young ladies come together on a video and slice and dice some onions. Yikes! Could you imagine? Wow. But no, you're completely right, Copper. You're completely right, and Verum as well. I would say that it's narcissism. I think he's definitely a narcissist. I definitely think that he's above everything, and I think he's got a huge power complex about him. He thinks that he's in control, that he's in charge. And honestly, when I look at, like, I'm not saying that this is obviously always the case. Actually, it's not usually the case, but if the person that you're kind of like looking into calls himself like a super dominant, that's a red flag. Like, I'm just saying that. If the guy's like, oh, I'm super dominant, guys, like I like to dominate my partners very heavily, that's a fucking red flag, man. All right. Usually, I'm just exactly. Thank you, Andre. Yeah, alpha male wannabes. They're fucking beta bitches, and I don't know, man. A lot of these people, they just they pretend to be something they're not. It's easy to be dominant to a young woman who doesn't have much experience. It's very easy to dominate because they don't really know much else, and they look up to you. I honestly think that's why a lot of men date younger women. And like when I was in school, and I've told you guys this before on a previous podcast that I've done, that when I was like 14, 15, and there were girls in my year that I liked and I wanted to get to know closer and maybe date, perhaps, I was not able to ever do that because these girls were always dating older men who were like 17, 18, 19, 20. And a lot of the men, a lot of women think, like, at that age, a lot of girls at their age, they think they're really, really mature. And I've said this before, I don't think that's the case. I don't think women are really that much more mature than men at a young age. I think it takes actually raising daughters and sons to kind of realize that. But I think young, like, girls, like teenage girls, they think they are more mature. They think they are above men their own age, boys their own age, and they believe that they need to have a more mature, more sophisticated partner who has a car and has, all of these different things, all of these different luxuries that boys their own age don't have. And as this is in the same situation, these guys are kind of intimidated by women their own age. They are uncomfortable with women their own age and feel like they can't get a woman their own age. So they go for women who are younger. And obviously that kind of puts holes in the theory of, like, why would Onision want to do that when he has a partner, he has a husband, Kai. And you would think, why would Onision want that? And I hate to say this, and you might disagree with me, but I think Onision, he's got a partner who sees themselves as a male, and he wants a female as well. I honestly, that's like, I don't really know what else could really make sense of it. But to me, it's like Onision wants both sides. He wants he wants both sides of the pie. You know what I mean? He wants a lemon meringue pie, and he wants a banoffee pie, right? He wants both, and he wants to put his fingers in both of those pies. Unfortunately, one of those pies is on the younger side, and that is where a lot of the issues kind of come from. He wants a harem! I mean, doesn't every cult leader want a harem, though? Noodle Dick McGinty? Like, that's really the way it is. Like, every cult leader wants a harem. That's just the way it is. I love saying your full name. I'm gonna try and do it more often. It's more funny. I'm going to show a couple of comments. It seems my moderators aren't showing any of the comments. Be aware, guys, I am actually going to be looking for new moderators. If any of you guys are interested, we can definitely discuss it on my Discord. Or just on Discord in general. These men are super threatened by intelligent women because they know they are less likely to put up with this shit. No, you're absolutely right, Andra. Andra knows her shit. Or they go for people who are struggling with mental health issues. But I mean, Onision said it very, very clearly himself, everybody, that he likes to be able to control his partner. He likes to be able to control their medication and trap them in a bubble. And he didn't actually say that he wanted to trap them in a bubble, but that's pretty much what he's implicating, everybody. And that's really like the way it is. That's the way it really fucking seems to me, in that regard. Already my moderator's here. I really need you guys to keep on top of these fucking comments because I don't want to have to keep showing them. It's actually really frustrating to do it. Okay, thank you, moderator. Cheers. Like, we learn women mature faster when we reach for maturity. Yeah, but like, honestly, I know a lot of girls who are my age back when I was a teenager, who they'd act really mature. They weren't. They would still scream at their moms and their dads and do stupid, ridiculous things like going out with drug dealers and stuff like that. You know, tomato, guys. That's all I'm saying, right? If the noodle man should be a moderator. Oh, God. You can't have and eat one of your pies, let alone two. Yeah, exactly. I need to be notified. I'm pretty sure you can set like notifications on my channel so you do get notified when I go live on here. But the idea is that I'm going to be live on YouTube every day at 5 p.m. EST. If I don't come on within about 10 minutes, it usually means that I'm probably not going to stream today on YouTube. But I also post everything on Twitter as well. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll always be aware in that regard. It's the adult's obligation, where is it? To not fuck kids. They belong with their own age range. Like, what the fuck are wrong with predators? It's gross. Yeah, I completely agree. There is nothing that really speaks to me which helps me understand the mind of a pedophile or a child groomer in any way, shape, or form. I don't understand the attraction. I don't understand the interest. To me, it seems like a lot of men and women who partake in this do it because they want control. They want control. But yeah, that's not always the case. Some of them just genuinely are attracted to children, which is very strange. But anyway, let's read what else we got. I originally thought Kai had all the power taken away in the relationship from them and started transition to take power back. Yeah, I don't really know about that. I feel like Onision is like one of those dudes who consider himself like a Omega Alpha. Like he doesn't think that there's like anybody that's like at his level. That's at least what I get from him. Yeah, well, that's the way it is, Elaine, isn't it? It happens to a lot of relationships. People not really breaking up, like almost doing it and coming back again. Doesn't he think his IQ is at least 140? Is he one of those people who's like self, like, you know what I mean? He's like self-identified himself as different things, and he's like, he I fucking hate people like that, man. I hate people who are like, oh yeah, like my IQ's this high, I have this disability, I have this thing. Like, if you haven't gone to a doctor or a psychologist and been tested for various things, and you haven't actually gone through the process, don't fucking say that you have. Don't say that you are this or you are that. I feel like a lot of people, they're very quick to go on Google and type in, do I have X, Y, and Z? I mean, I can't lie, I've done it before. But I don't really say it on broadcast because that's fucking stupid shit. When do you think local authorities will actually investigate? I think they're Space Monkey. I think they'll only start investigating if Chris Hansen like really makes the call. Otherwise, I don't think anything will really happen. I really don't really see anything happening in that regard. An Onion can't have a woman partner who has an opinion that opposes his own. I honestly, that's the way it seems. At least that's the way it seems. Is his income YouTube, or does he have another job? I don't know much about him. I don't think he does. I think he does YouTube, and he has like a Patreon account. I don't really know what else he does. But considering that he's been a YouTuber for as long as he has, I would assume that he has his own business. Otherwise, he's a fucking idiot. Like that's what I'm gonna say. Like if you're a YouTuber or like a live streamer and you've been doing it for like years, maybe even a decade, and you have not invested your money into your own business, you are a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say that right now to any YouTuber out there. If you have not invested your money into a business, into some sort of like actual consistent stream of income, you are a fool, and you should definitely start thinking about it now. I would say like 5 years plus, right? I've been live streaming for about 2 years now, everybody. So I'm still within a good margin to not have my own successful business. But I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna be trying to invest all of my money from now on into a business, but we'll see. Probably what Google told him, right? It's probably what his fans told him, actually. But I don't know. Anyway, so the way I kind of look at things in regards to Onision is his content is what really allows him to gain access to young people. And you always see this. You always see this with like YouTubers who do like very weird, strange videos. LowkeyLoki is cool. Lovely. Kiss to you too, you freak. Start a chicken shop. Call it Cluckies. No, I already know what I'm going to call my chicken shop. But don't worry, everything's sorted out in that regard. Do you think anything will change following this latest outcry? I mean, I hope so. That's the way I'm looking at it. I really hope things get better. The fact of the matter is, guys, is I hope this endgame. The first troll I've seen here, yeah, I've got a handful of trolls. It's mostly people who I've like exposed in the past that are like upset about being exposed, and they now like harass me on Loki accounts because they can't handle the fact that they did something bad once upon a time. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But honestly, it really says more about like them than it does about me. Like if I'm sitting on YouTube, engaging you guys, doing an interesting stream, and they're sitting watching me and hating on me. I mean, tomato. There was a message deleted righteously, right? How dare you show the world that they are scummy morons? Yeah, exactly. But it is what it is. Everyone say hi to Greg. I don't think Greg's here or watching in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, like, it goes back to, I was watching, like, one of Trisha's videos, like, Trisha Paytas' videos earlier, and it was, like, one that she was, like, responding to H3H3 about her I am transgender video, and I know, Abby! And, she was like, oh yeah, I don't really respond to anybody who's not famous or like who hasn't got clout. Yeah, I don't think Onision would ever respond to me, at least not yet, let's be honest. Or engage in what I'm doing. That's the dream, isn't it? Who is wasting their time in that situation? Well, I know, right? But people they need a hobby, right? But I'm eating Subway, it's good. I could fuck up some fast food right now, but nope. I'll have to figure something out for tonight. Something to cook. We'll figure it out anyway. But anyway, let's jump on. Let's jump on to the next thing that we have today. Which is this. Alright, this actually came out like a month ago, and I think you guys have probably already watched this.
As some of you...
Oh god, it started playing. I just saw this today, and I thought, holy fucking shit, is this the kind of content that Onision is doing? I saw the video of him making out of a toilet bowl, and I thought, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Like, why are you making out of a toilet seat, mate? What? I don't know how that's like stimulating for his audience, and maybe he doesn't really care about that. But then I saw this video, today, and I'm going to show you guys the video that I'm referring to. We're gonna play it. All right, let's set it up. Here it is. There we go. Some of you have probably watched this. You might have watched this by yourself. You might have watched this on another person's broadcast. It's only a couple minutes long, so hopefully you guys will. Watch this with me. Let's see what happens.
If you are aware, I, Emo Charlie, am dating Belle Delphine. Every pedophile's wet. As some of you know, I am dating Belle Delphine. Every guy's dream come true. Belle, sweetie, do you want to talk to the people? No? Okay. So what is it like, Belle Delphine? Oh no, I got your face all black. That's not black, is it? Here, I'll lick it off. I'm licking the black off. We're not racist. Belle is so cute. I just love the things she does with her hands. Like, she has the best assortment of gestures. Like, I swear to God, she should be like a hand model or a hand model. Also, I really love the cute Ahiago facial expressions she makes. Someone say, hey Belle, you look kind of, I don't know, retarded. But I think it's just endearing, you know? Blah, blah. As you guys know, this is to compensate men who feel very small and thinking that they're actually satisfying their significant other. That's why the Ahiago is such a big thing. Oh, you're overwhelming me so much. I've crossed my eye. Oh, and the photo shoots we do. Oh, you should just look at this, you know, and this. Wow, look at that. Look at this, you know. Wow, look at that. And you can get them all by signing up to her Patreon.
He censored a bunch of them because it shows like the doll's private parts because he's
for $4,000 a month. You could just Google it and get it for free, but no. Banana power, banana power, banana power. But I really want to talk about the bathwater controversy. Listen, the reason that guy got so sick from the bathwater is because I took a big fat steamy in the bathwater before we shipped it off to you. You think I like sharing her with other men? I don't like that at all. It makes me mad. Don't you talk back to me! You're a disgrace to the concept of monogamy! But to answer the most important question, what is it like to do the drums with Belle Delphine? I taught her everything she knows. Come on, Belle. Remember what I taught you, okay? Just put your sticks. You know how to put sticks in your hand, right? Here you go. Yeah, there. You know what? If you're not gonna try, why are you sitting on Daddy's lap? So please go follow Belle Delphine on Patreon now. If you give us $30, we'll show you her entire body. Isn't that like prostitution?
Okay. All right, let's. But anyway, less of that, guys. Okay, so that was something, right, guys? I hope you enjoyed that. I kind of did a little bit, I suppose. So yeah, honestly, and the reason why I showed you guys this is because I know some of you guys are new to the whole Onision thing. Some of you guys have come over from my other platform, and you're trying to get more involved in what I'm doing at the moment. So I thought I'd play one of his more recent videos for you. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And this really gives you an understanding of the kind of person that Onision is, the kind of content that he produces on his channels, and more realistically, the kind of audience that he actually gets watching these videos, because there are only honestly certain groups of people who I believe would be interested in watching something like that and actually find it enjoyable and not want to click off or vomit or laugh at him for being Ridiculous. But probably Noodle Dick. Yeah, probably. After he banged the doll, shaved its head, and made it sign a non-disclosure agreement. Yeah, it sounds. Yeah. Anyway. And this guy's also posted videos, like I said before, of him making out with a toilet seat, which is, you know, honestly, A-star quality content. Don't know why he doesn't just go to Chatterbait with shit like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was going through his he's got his own like website. It's like onision.co. It's like a community website, and there's a lot of very interesting things on there. He's been deleting a lot of the threads on there, a lot of the posts that he's had up there. He's trying to really clean it up. It's obvious, and I will tell you this right now, that the situation regarding Chris Hansen, I believe, has got Onision quite frightened. I think he's quite scared. Genuinely. That's just my personal opinion on that, though. He needs a priest. He needs an exorcist. It's what he needs. He's doing damage control on that website, and I think he rightfully so. He's honestly, a lot of people are coming for him, and there are like dozens of like people on Twitter, like channels on Twitter that are quite popular, who are legitimately like going after him, trying to find any kind of anything that they can find on Onision to get him banned, to get him off of YouTube, to get him off Patreon, to get him off all of Facebook. Like, people are really, really trying, and it's I've never really seen that on YouTube before. Like, seeing like groups of people really try that hard. And it seems like it's enough for some people, isn't it? Some people are just fed up, they're tired. They want to move on. They want this chapter to end. And I guess we'll see how that goes. Since not everyone takes YouTube seriously, and he could capitalize upon that for so long, I will say this. I feel like Onision and Shane Dawson used to be very similar people. Like, they used to produce very similar content. They used to be both, like, you would compare them, and at least I did, back when I used to watch them both when I was a teenager. I used to compare them a lot. And I feel like where Shane has grown and become a better person and developed himself and developed his content and his brand, Onision has, like, remained exactly where he was right at the start. And he has not really changed at all. I mean, you can call Onision authentic for that, but I just think that's fucking stupid, really. I think him not really learning from his mistakes, not really trying to evolve as a person or improve as a person, I think it's really, like, it's going against him now. You know, Shane's legitimately making, like, documentary series on millionaires, whilst Onision is, you know, hanging out with teenage girls. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's definitely something. I don't get how someone so disgusting could get away with the things Onion Boy has done. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. A lot of people get away with things like that, and they can get away with it for very long until something changes, something clicks, something just kind of registers. Unfortunately, that doesn't usually happen, you know? I agree with what Loki is saying, but I still watch Shane Dawson, and I don't watch him. That's because Shane Dawson has changed. But back in the day, Elaine, Shane used to put up some really, like, fucking, like, inappropriate videos. I'm pretty sure Shane Dawson blackface once upon a time. And obviously that was, like, a different time. And I feel like comedy back in, like, the noughties was different from what it is now. But that was still, like, really fucking, like, that was a bit much. Like, Shane is no saint. And be aware, yeah, guys, I'm not holding that against Shane. I don't think that we should criticize people for the things that they've done in the past. I think that's bullshit. People can change. People can evolve. People can mature and realize that the things that they've said and done are wrong. But Onision never really has shown any aptitude for that. He's never really shown any improvement with his behavior, and that's just that's a shame. It's a shame, you know. But anyway. So. I've been thinking. Like I said earlier in the stream that I was going to be talking about Trisha today, but a part of me is thinking about talking about Trisha tomorrow. I think I'm going to talk about Trisha today because I've got some really, really good shit on Trisha, and it's not going to be it's not going to be a long segment. It's going to be pretty quick. I feel like I need to because some of this shit is fucking like wow. It is wow. And YouTube seems to not give a shit as long as he makes the platform money and content, unless the platform is run by predators. See, the thing is, Shizzo, that's just business. A lot of businesses don't really have ethics, and I'm not really necessarily putting that against YouTube. What's up, Malice? I'm not necessarily putting that against YouTube. What I'm trying to say is that people aren't going to get banned unless there is a decent amount of proof that they've broken a serious rule. Especially somebody of importance, somebody of like do you guys know that Alinity chick from Twitch, the one who like threw her cat over her head while she was playing a game? Yeah, she didn't get banned off Twitch. People with power, people with followers, get away with more. That's just the way of the world. Like that's people who are richer get away with more. Unfortunately, that's always been the case. And the only way Onision's going to get people, we're going to get rid of Onision off of the internet is if there is a huge, substantial case against him. Otherwise, it's just, honestly, I think Onision's channel will be deleted the day that he gets arrested and charged. Like, and I don't know if that will happen. I don't know if that will ever actually really happen because with Kai, there is more evidence to support what people are saying. But with Onision, it's not that it hasn't happened, it's that it's all like allegations, and there is very little that constitutes proof, and there's a lot of NDAs that have been signed, and it just makes things very, very difficult. You know? It makes things very, very difficult in that regard. Trisha is such a troll, she really is, honestly. I think we need more than 1,000 signatures. I think it need to be like 1 million or more. Yeah, Onion's already been cancelled in the court of opinion, but he still has a decent following. He still has a relatively large audience. It's nice to see you too, Malice. It's nice to see you too. But no, honestly, I think we will wrap things up on Onision here and jump straight into Trish. And for any of you guys who do not know who Trisha Paytas is, here's a video.
Everybody's always talking to me. Everybody's trying to get in my head. I wanna listen to my own heart talking. Need to count on myself instead. Did you ever lose yourself to get what you want? Get on a ride and wanna get off. Did you ever push away the ones you should have held close? Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? I'm not gonna stop, that's who I am. I'll give it all I got, that is my plan. When I found what I lost, you know you can bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it. I wanna make it right, that is the way to turn my life around today. Is the day. Am I the type of guy who makes what I say? Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it, bet on it.
All right. We're gonna stop it here. One thing I really do want to say, she's using the same wig that she used in her transgender video, which doesn't really make me feel too comfortable. I just can't believe that she's actually gone to the effort to actually make this video. This video was made first. Not by much. This video came out 3 days ago on our channel. I don't know if it came up before then. It's definitely on a similar timeline, John, from what I've been reading. I mean, if you're happy, right? I don't know. It's for any of you guys who don't know. Recently, Trish has been heavily involved in some very serious things. She posted a video stating that she is transgender, that she is a man, and in the video, she disrespected the LGBTQ plus community, as well as a lot of other people, and she received a very, very negative response. Not just from her audience, but from the community at large. I actually did a stream about that a couple of days ago, if any of you guys want to watch it and find out more specifically about that situation. But since she has been obviously trying to clean things up a little bit, but I genuinely, guys, I know this has probably been a thing for a while with Trish, and she's always been a bit of a troll, but I genuinely think that Trish is going crazy. Like, I genuinely think that Trish is losing it. I think she's losing the plot. I don't know why exactly, but she is losing it. And this following video will probably give you an understanding why.
Trisha. We're gonna go for a little ride outside and yeah.
It's really quiet, my apologies.
Trisha, look at me. YouTube thinks you've lost your mind. Huh? YouTube thinks you've lost your mind. I didn't lose my mind. Well, I think you have. I did it. Is this a mushroom trip? Huh? Is this a mushroom trip? A mushroom trip. What do you mean? I'm kidding. What does that mean? I'm kidding. I said this footage is worth money. Why? What footage? This thing you're looking into. Camera. Exactly.
This video is from 5-ish years ago, before plastic surgery and fillers. She's reposted to get that Joker coin. I know, but it's really alarming for me. One sec, let's just look at this again. She puts out a video trying to be super serious about how she's going through a difficult time. She then posts a video a little bit later, which Malice did actually state in the chat, talking about how she has borderline personality disorder, and now she's posting videos of her in clown makeup, and some people could just assume that she's just YOLOing it, but I'm actually thinking she hasn't actually been diagnosed, but she has it. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if she had it, but I have to agree with Andra. I feel like a lot of people who are like controversial on YouTube seem to use it as a crutch. They seem to use it as an excuse for their negative behavior, and it's just fucking bullshit, man. It really is. It's bullshit. In my opinion. And the fact that she's like now dressing up as a clown, and this is like an old video, obviously, and she's posted this, like, to me, and maybe I'm wrong, I feel like she's posted this video just to like fuck with everybody after all of her videos, and to like troll everybody further. This chick is desperate for attention, and she's desperate for her Trishyland website to take off, but nobody wants to see nipples that are up here, you know? Like, nobody fucking wants to see tits with nipples up here. I'm being fucking honest, alright? No offense. I'm just saying. Alright, so, like, just fucking stop already. Jeez. True Phoenix, exactly. She's very good at playing up, she is. You've known me for years, and I have it, so... Yeah, but Malice, you're actually, like, a At least from what I'm aware, you're somebody who's actually easy to talk to, and you know. I'd actually, and I'll tell you, man, I actually did not know that. I did not know that, and I didn't assume. I guess you hide it well. I don't know. BDP people are often victims of narcissists. I mean, that makes sense, you know, with the whole, like, power complex of some people wanting to take advantage of other people. Yeah, that makes sense. Nipples up here. I mean, I'm just being fucking honest. She's got space tits. You know what I mean? Tits are fucking floating in the clouds. Well, at least her nipples are. Yeah, her nipples have decided to go off on a little jog. I honestly hope that she is sued the person. Like, honestly, I remember the first time I saw her nipples on Twitter. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. Intergalactic space discs, right? If she was trans, her body would make her dysphoric. Yeah, I don't want to get into that today, John. That's another whole fucking story. Could you read both my comments, please? Okay, calm down. It's an exact copy of the video that was taken of Anna Nicole. It's not just because she was acting crazy. It was a piss take out of Anna Nicole. Who's Anna Nicole? Who's Anna Nicole? I actually have no idea who this is. Let's Google it. Anna Nicole Smith. Don't Loki me. Don't fucking Loki me, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anna Nicole Smith was an American model, actress, and television personality. Smith first gained popularity in Playboy magazine when she won the title of 1993 Playmate of the Year. Okay. And she died of a drug overdose. So what's the connection? What's the connection between the clown and what she was doing? It was an exact copy of the video taken of her while she was high. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're actually joking. And this woman, Anna, she died of a drug overdose. Well, in that case it's art? I don't really feel like it's art. Like, I think that's awful. That's awful. Like, losing somebody in your life and then somebody jokes and pretends to be your relative, your family member who died from a drug overdose. That's really bad. And Anna's family saw the video too. See, the thing is, right, like, I always thought of Trisha as, like, a troll. As, like, somebody who just, like, fucks around and, like, does loads of really dumb shit. But this is, like, another fucking level. Like, making a joke out of somebody who died from a drug overdose. And the girl who she's like copying somebody who is high, who subsequently died from a drug overdose. I don't know. I don't think it's in good taste. I don't think it's in good taste at all. It's not tasteful at all. Came across your channel here recently, and YouTube needs someone as chill as you. Thanks for the great content. Now, Zeno, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Firestarters. Welcome to my cult. I'm starting my own harem like Onision, but it's going to be all women over the age of 70. It's called Gilfs United. It's going to be great. Her son died of a drug overdose. Then she had a baby girl and died a short time after. Guys, you're pushing me with a lot of information right now. I'm getting fucking like what? Sorry, what? Wait, what? And allegedly died from a drug overdose, predominantly because she couldn't cope with her son dying from a drug. Oh my god, what? Oh, this is why I need. I don't like reacting to shit on broadcast, guys, because honestly, I don't know how to handle this right now. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Shizzo, is that it's like Trisha doing this video is her opening wounds of a family that are in mourning, that have lost a daughter, a sister, you know what I mean? Like, it's really fucking tasteless, man. Yikes, man. Yikes. Loki cult? Right, you know. How did you not know of Anna Nicole? Is she, like, in anything? Because, I mean, I don't really you guys expect me. I don't look at Playboy magazines. I'm not one of those fucking dudes. Jeez. No, I genuinely. I mean, maybe I do know. Okay, maybe I know who she is, and I know of her, but I didn't know what her name was. Like, I've probably seen her on TV. I've probably seen things about her, but I didn't know her name. Like, she wasn't a celebrity in my eyes. It was on their news. Well, I'm British. We don't get your news. You know? She was often compared to Marilyn Monroe. I don't watch porn. Too much swearing in it. Oh, it's great. I mean, you're right. Usually it is. Depending on who it is. And there are at least 3 men publicly thought to be the father of her baby daughter. Like a trashier modern day Monroe. Yeah. Bit tasteless too, but... Oh yeah, actually no, I think I did hear about that, Verum. Yeah, I think I did hear about a case like that. She's kind of before your time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Kevin. Like, I'm 24. I had to remember how old I was. Sorry, guys. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but I'm 24. So when she was kind of in her prime was probably like when I was a kid, when I was watching Cartoon Network, when I wasn't really engaged in, you know, in celebrity drama and stuff like that. So yeah. Modeling and Playboy. Well, I do love Hugh Hefner, you know. I definitely miss him. I'm sure he's got his own mansion in heaven. You know. You're my little brother then, dude. Yeah, I am. Some people think I'm older, but, you know, I always surprise them with my age. It's quite a nice thing. I would compare her a bit to Jane Mansfield. Okay, yeah, all right. But anyway, we got another video of Trish that I want to go through, and this one,
Hey guys.
Yeah, that's Trish. Let's bring her up. This video is called Early Pregnancy Acne. Are you excited?
What is up? Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is. I just can't get back into the groove of filming. I know that seems crazy because I post so many videos. And the thing is I'm saying that now because this has been a week of like not filming. Like I had my music video at the beginning of this week, and then I re-uploaded a really old video, just kind of because, I guess, because it just wasn't up anymore, and I was like,
Does it not start until 10 minutes in? Thank you, Abby. I will move it to 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
To do any of the traditional like fun stuff you get to do as like a mom.
Don't give me an ad right now, Trish. Screw you, Trish. Fuck.
Gender reveal and pregnancy reveal, and I'm pregnant videos because I've had such trauma in the past regarding pregnancy. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Go back. Okay, we're gonna go back a bit. Like, I'm already getting triggered by what she's saying.
Something like that, like. But I haven't done IVF or anything like that. But anyways, so I just always think like I can't get pregnant.
We'll go a bit further back. We'll go to 6 minutes.
I have like scarring in my tubes, which you can like get rid of and all that stuff like that. Like I guess you can. I don't know if you can actually. I guess you could get like surgery. I don't know. You know, you do one of those HSG test things where they like shoot neon up your tubes to see if you can get anything up there. Well, I really can't. Mine's pretty much blocked at this point, but it's not impossible. It's not completely blocked either. So whenever I have sex with people, I mean, I don't tell them all that because I don't need to like right away, especially if you're like wearing condoms. But when you stop wearing condoms, people will ask, they'll be like, well, can you get pregnant? So it's completely possible for me to get pregnant. The chances are just really, really
I feel like she's oversharing. She does that a lot, doesn't she?
Like couple relationships I've had, like I've just never, it's, you know, there was no control there. There was no protection there, I guess, and I've just never got pregnant. I got tests done, and it's just like really like a lot. Most doctors will tell me like, oh, you should try IVF or something like that. Like, but I haven't done IVF or anything like that. But anyways, so I just always think like I can't get pregnant, like not a big deal. Well, last month I had a positive pregnancy test, and I actually recorded it because I was about 2.5 weeks late, and I was like, I'm gonna record this because like if this is it, this is like this miracle, this is like crazy. And I don't know if I like psyched myself into thinking I was, because I honestly was like, oh my god, I feel sick, oh my god, I feel tired all the time, you know what I mean? So I was thinking I was psyching myself maybe out because I was like so late on my period, and I even recorded it, and I got a positive, and I was shook. Like anytime in the past.
So I find it interesting that she said that she recorded herself doing that, but she's not showing proof of that. She's not showing any receipt of that in any way, shape, or form, which is pretty standard of Trish, actually.
5 years, I thought I was pregnant, and I took a pregnancy test, like always negative, like not even a little bit, not even like maybe it could be bolder, and I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like I was like shook. I was shook, and I was excited, and I was like crying because I was like, oh my god, this is literally a miracle. Well, I took another one, and it was negative. Okay, well, so I didn't record that one. So then I took literally about 15 more, and I took the kind that says like pregnant, not pregnant, and then I also took the kinds with the lines on it.
15
and there was
more.
Some that were definitely not pregnant, and then there was 2 other ones that were positive, and one of those being like half positive, like it was like faded.
For God's
so I was like, I'm so confused. Like my body has never given a false positive before. So in my heart of hearts, I still was like, you know what, maybe it's still early. Like, I don't know. I was starting to Google. I was like, how early is too early? Like, can you still get a false negative? I was doing everything. I'm like, can you get a false negative? Like, if you're 6 weeks in, can you get a false positive if you're 6? Like, I was Googling everything. And obviously, this is something that's, like, really personal and really, like, sensitive to me. And it's, like...
I'm sure you'll fuck it up.
I think if I ever were to get pregnant, whether that be naturally or IVF...
So long story short, as usual, she has clickbaited all of us. She's clickbaited all of her supporters. And with a title like that, which was Early Pregnancy Acne, that was the title, I was assuming that it was going to be something to do with her actually being pregnant. Honestly, she is the clickbait queen of YouTube. And the thing is, as much as I want to criticize her for clickbaiting, you really can't. Like, it works. You know? It just... Exactly, Jade. It works. And a lot of people do it. So... I mean, I can't really complain about it. It's just kind of infuriating. She shows some acne on her face, which is literally just her getting spots. Let's see if we can actually, find that. Yeah, she does actually show it. All right, let's go up here.
They're, bloody. I'm sorry to, be gross, but let's just zoom in. This is... Oh, it's really attractive, Trish. I'm getting them in places I never get acne. Underneath my chin, And they're like ball acne. Okay, like I feel like you're not getting the full glory of this, okay? Because also there's like beauty lighting on it. Sorry, this is like way up close.
Gross, man.
Do you see? It's not kinds that you can pop. They're like ball. They're like underneath the surface of the skin. My skin is so bad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it is.
So.
God, her lips. Oh, God.
Yeah. And I have some on this side. I know.
They're huge.
It's not as bad. So I know a lot of people might be like, oh my God, it's the way you're sleeping or whatever. But I have never had acne like this. So.
Yeah, Xenu, I honestly felt very, very uncomfortable with those lips that close to my fucking, like, my screen, so close to me in general. Very uncomfortable. But yeah, she's like showing off her, honestly, I mean, of course she doesn't give any fucks. She has legitimately a website where she posts, 18 plus videos and pictures of herself, naked and doing stuff. So of course she's comfortable enough to show acne and stuff like that on her videos, but it's obvious that she's got some spots. I don't know. It's and then she said that she had no idea about sore nips while I was pregnant, but her nips are literally on her neck, so it's probably just a botched surgery. All right, yeah, I like that. Abby's funnier than me, guys, and it really shows in regards to that. That's really something. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Trish is obviously up to what she's normally doing. I'm interested to know what Trish is going to be doing for the rest of the week. Can we start calling her Mr. Nubbins? It might not be a bad shout. But anyway, guys, with that in mind, we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. It's been great to be here today. Show her Insta. Dude, don't make me show her Instagram. The baby pics? Dude, please don't tell me that's actually a thing. You do this every time, Noodle Dick. I am. Oh, fucking shit, I forgot about this. Honestly, guys, these pictures could genuinely mean a thousand words. Yeah, I honestly, I completely forgotten about this until Abby reminded me. I saw it earlier, and I was actually in shock when I saw this. Not that it's obviously a bad thing to have a black baby doll, but it's interesting to say the least. It's interesting to say the least, and considering that it's along the timeline of her putting out the videos about her acne and the pregnancy stuff. I don't know. Why does she have a fake baby? That's probably the better question. Why does she have a fake baby in general? I feel like every time I talk about Trish, I end up face palming at least 5 or 6 times. It is definitely something, I'll tell you that. This chick needs therapy. Oh wait, she's already doing that. Oh my god. You're a fucking wild bitch. Dude, this is definitely something. But what's the need? Why bring all of this up? It's like she's accessorizing having a black baby. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely giving me like Bruno vibes in that regard. I'll tell you that. I don't know. It's definitely something. It's definitely something. I want to know if it cries and pees. There are some babies that do that. Yeah, that's true. There are some babies that do that. I think it's pretty strange to have a fake baby, but I understand why some people do it. I guess for some people it helps them overcome grief if their babies, pass. Some people do it to, practice for when they actually have a real baby. But when you get people, in my opinion, like Trish, who get a baby just to like take pictures of it and be weird with it, I don't know. That's like honestly, as long as she doesn't post the next picture of like her in a bikini, sorry, not in a bikini, like her in like a hot tub naked with loads of dudes with the baby, I think I'm okay. Like if she does that, I'm gonna be fucking done, like completely done. I should get a practice baby. I mean, I don't know. She's a serious fucking troll, and I think the thing about Trish that I always find very interesting is that she always switches between being really serious and trolling, and she just can't like stick to one thing. It's almost like going on a roller coaster with her. It really is, But anyway, with that aside, guys, it's been great today. Thank you very much, all of you guys, for tuning in, and those of you who have shared up the stream and contributed by either being engaged in the chat or by subscribing. Be aware, guys, that my donation services are now functioning as well. I believe the link should be functioning in the chat and connected to my Streamlabs, which is good. I actually did receive some donations yesterday that didn't actually work. And I'm obviously very sorry about that to those of you who did donate. But it is definitely working now. Do not leave. I'm sorry, Needle Dick. I need to get out of here now. It is. Yeah, it's working. Another 45 minutes. No. But I will be here tomorrow, most likely. If not, I will definitely be here on Saturday. I believe I'm doing a show with CJ on Saturday. So for those of you who are supporters of his, that should be quite exciting, to say the least. But I don't really want to say much more about it right now because, yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all on the flip side. Goodbye, guys.